Wait, Spyro the Dragon? Who the heck is that? I'm Game Guy, it's time for more Let's Play Ratchet & Clank. Except not really, because this is sort of just a little extra video thingy brought to you in fabulous post-commentary! Amazing! Alright, so basically, when you beat any Ratchet & Clank game, you are greeted to a screen of some kind that basically tells you, oh hey, you can either go back to your last save or start the game completely over with all of your weapons and bolts and upgrades, blah blah blah. This is called, at least in later games, challenge mode. And basically how it works is not so much in this game, but the enemies typically get tougher, enemies drop more bolts, and also you get to upgrade your weapons even further. What does this mean? Well, I mean, we get to make even more powerful weapons. I mean, what more do you want? So basically what I thought I was going to do is I was gonna, you know, kind of cover these golden weapon type things. So, first off, if you go to Planet Novelist, you'll notice that there is a little teleporter thing there, and when you go inside, you get to choose from 10 different gold weapons, which, by the way, all of which are rather expensive. So, you know, you're gonna probably want to collect lots and lots of bolts, you know? Also, in case I didn't mention it last time, which I probably did, you know, in that one tower, you need gold bolts. So you'll pretty much need all 40 of the gold bolts in order to get all of the golden weapons. Also, in case you're curious, if you go back to the tower during challenge mode, all 10 of them are there now. I did find that out. That was kind of interesting, I guess. Anyway, so the first gold weapon is the bomb glove, or rather the gold bomb glove. Woo! And you'll probably notice, oh hey, it has a huge explosion! Also, it's green! That's the color of mucus. So, basically, it's like a mucus bomb, I guess. No, it's not. That would be gross. So yeah, you know, a lot of the weapons seem to just get bigger, you know, radiuses of effect, or areas of effect, if you want to go with that term, I guess. So, yeah. That would be the bomb glove in a nutshell. Next up would probably be the pyrocitor. You know, the hot, spicy apple cider guy. Now it's all golden, hot, spicy apple cider. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, you might notice immediately that, the flame decided to turn green. I don't know if it's actually supposed to be flame or some sort of gas. I don't really know. Either way, it has a much longer, you know, radius, or what it reaches farther, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Also, you know, it does more damage, all that great stuff. Yeah, it's pretty much, like, one of the best ones you can get, like, early on. Actually, like, I've seen a lot of FAQs that, recommend you pick up this weapon the time you go to the moon base, you know, because you have the access to it, so, you know, you might as well, you know. So, you know, it's pretty powerful, actually. I have noticed that. So, I guess, next up would be, let's go with the blaster! The blaster! Oh boy, that golden blaster, that thing that I hardly ever used because it's so hard to aim. Well, you know what? Well, actually, it's still kind of hard to aim. However, you might notice that the bullets ricochet all over the place like crazy little bullets hopped up on caffeine or something crazy. I don't really even know. So, basically, you're just going to kind of shoot and hope that they, you know, bounce off of walls and into your foes. It kind of works well in enclosed areas, such as the ones on this level, but I mean, really, it's mostly the same. It does do more damage, of course. All the gold weapons do more damage, assuming they do damage at all. But, you know, that's sort of how things go, I guess. Ah, the Glove of Doom. Everyone loves the Glove of Doom. What does the Golden Glove of Doom do? Oh, well, hello. It makes gigantic little agents of doom. Isn't that cute and destructive? Yes, it is. So basically, I think they, I don't know if they sense enemies easier or not. They probably do. But I think they have, like, a bigger explosion when they actually hit things. So, you know, that's pretty effective right there. It still only throws out 4 of them, though, so it's still not, like, super duper useful. But, I mean, you know, it's always better to have 4 than none, I guess. You know, because math, if you figure it out, it's really not that hard. So let's just say the next one is the suction cannon, which, as soon as I'm done with hiccups, I will tell you that it actually has an increased ammo capacity. Now it can hold up to 10 enemies, and when the enemies hit your foes, they kind of explode. Plus, I'm not totally sure, but I don't think they're affected by gravity anymore, which is actually pretty sweet. I think maybe they are. I guess they are a little bit, but not much, really. So, you know, I don't know if the suction, like, actually reaches farther or not. It probably does, I would assume. Because it seems to be a reoccurring theme with a lot of these golden weapons, is that they just reach farther and whatnot. So yeah, suck cannon's pretty cool when it's all goldified. Next up, that crazy Mind Glove. What does the Mind Glove do? Well, quite simply, I'm pretty sure it senses enemies at a much larger radius or something, and I guess the explosion is bigger or something, I don't know. Basically, I'm also showing off here that you can kind of use the taunter to, like, activate the mines. You could do this with the normal Mind Glove. I just never really thought about it because I don't use the taunter that much. But, yeah, you can kind of use it in combination to get some pretty good results, because I think it increases their awareness radius or something. Plus also, you know, the enemies come to you, so of course that basically means they're doomed. You love it when they're doomed, right? I love it when things are doomed. Everything should just be doomed, because doom is good. Ask the agents of doom, they know all about it. Seriously, they do. So, next up is the Golden Devastator! Oh, wow! Yeah, this is one of those weapons, along with, I think, the Mind Glove, which I forgot to mention, that doesn't show up until challenge mode. On impact, they explode and send out smaller rockets that home in on other enemies, and basically just annihilates everything, assuming certain Pokemon doesn't decide to, you know, get in my way. But unfortunately, they always seem to do that, so there's not really much I can do about it. Now, is there? A lot of these weapons, though, like especially this one, are kind of plagued by their low ammo, so it's sort of like, okay, well, you can't really use them much. It's sort of like, alright, we'll just use them on the big enemies, I guess. But that's probably obvious, so I don't really know why I'm explaining it to you. You probably know that already, you crazy guy. So here's an interesting one, the Golden Decoy Glove. I never really used the Decoy Glove much. It's kind of not helpful. But you'll notice that it sends out like a demon Ratchet thing, which is really kind of creepy, and I don't want any parts of it. Thank you very much. But I think they have like increased HP, so, you know, they'll last longer. But also, they explode when their HP runs out, and I'm pretty sure they... if they don't instant kill enemies, they certainly do a lot of damage, which is, I suppose, kind of helpful. You know, you can just throw out a decoy in a large group of enemies and then just sort of, you know, wail on them with other enemies. Or, no, not with other enemies. Although I suppose you could do that if you're using the suck cannon, that makes sense. But, like, you know, wail on them with other weapons and such. I really don't care much for the decoy glove, honestly. It's not super useful, but, you know. Whatever. Some people might like it, honestly. Now here's one everybody probably wanted to see. The Golden Morpher. Oh, I can only imagine what this does. Obviously, it turns him into some sort of super chicken. The giant chicken. It's a giant chicken! Okay, well actually, this giant chicken is more than just a giant chicken. It's like a super giant chicken. It like pecked its way through all of the gunpowder or something so that, you know, enemies will attack it and they explode! They're explosive chickens! Also, enemies are kind of attracted to it, which begs the question why you would even want the golden decoy glove. I don't know. Basically, the golden morpher ray becomes even more overpowered than it already was. Ain't that a treat? So, finally, there is the golden Tesla claw, which is very notable for having green electricity. Because, you know, electricity is green now. It's the color of mucus. Shocking, isn't it? So, basically, what it does, it locks on to more than one enemy at once now. I don't know if it's like 2 or 3 or whatever, but it's more than one. The first one was only one, you know? It's sort of like, okay, well that's a pretty big upgrade right there. Also, it does more damage. Yeah, everything does more damage. Yeah, let's go with that. That's true. Oh, but we're not done there. You see, we still got one last weapon to get.
This thing is heavy.
Yeah, try carrying it around in your trench coat for 2 months.
Thank you, sir.
Rather not.
We'll be sure to tell everyone about your services.
Listen, you little twerp. If you tell anyone what you saw or what we talked about...
Do I even have to say it?
Yes, you do, Ratchet. Ratchet, say it! Say it! Okay, fine, don't say it. Just dance and twirl around. Jeez, what the heck, man? Okay, so basically, now that we have the R.Y.N.O, we can destroy everything! Although, I notice here that there's some sort of glitch going on. I don't know what was going on here. There's, like, invisible targets. I think it has something to do with the morpher ray. I don't really know what's going on here. I've never seen this before. I kind of played around with it for a little bit. Nothing ever came of it. Basically, the R.Y.N.O sends out a slew of tons of rockets flying around everywhere. And basically, it annihilates pretty much everything. There's like no chance anything's going to survive if you use the R.Y.N.O. Trust me on this one, folks. Trust me on this one. So basically, I mean, even Drek is kind of a pushover with the R.Y.N.O. I mean, you see this crap? You see this? You seeing this? He's like dead already, man. What the heck? You can't do that. That's cheating. So basically, the R.Y.N.O. sort of is like, you know, easy mode in the form of a rocket launcher. Yeah. Although it's probably important to note the only way you can get ammo for the R.Y.N.O. is buying it. You will never find it in ammo crates. So, you know, make sure to note that. But, you know, other than that, I mean, with 50 ammo, it's really going to last you a long time. So I wouldn't worry about it. Plus, I mean, you've got that Gadgetron PDA if you really wanted to. Especially since by this point you probably won't have anything else to spend your bolts on. If you really wanted to, you could just use that and blow everything up to death. To death. So I suppose that is basically it. I guess I will see you next time for something completely different. See you later. Bye.